Hello again and welcome to another episode of Merkon's Musings action figure review. But today we're not looking at action figures, we're actually going to take a look at action figure cases. So action figure cases were very important for me as a young kid. I used to love to play with my Star Wars action figures outside, indoors, but I always made sure not to lose the accessories or guns, so I always needed a place to keep them safe, and that's where the action figure case came in. For Christmas, Santa Claus brought me this collector's case for Christmas. And, you know, with the success of Star Wars, other companies made knockoff collector cases. And this one is one of them and the other one. But I'll go into those in a minute. But I just loved these things as a kid. And even the knockoffs I really like. So I'm going to start with one of the knockoffs. This is my favorite knockoff of the time I grew up, and I really love it even to this day. It's a case from a toy company called Tara Toy Corporation, and they were based in Long Island, where I am, but not in the same town. They were out of Hopog, Long Island, and I just love this case because it's a blatant ripoff of Star Wars. And as you can see in the artwork, you have a Death Star-like place, you have Darth Vader, C-3PO, Chewbacca, or loosely, right? R2-D2, and then you have stormtroopers, or so I think. And this guy, I would say maybe Han Solo. I don't know. He's just a human, but and they have spaceships, and instead of a lightsaber, he's got like a wand in his hand that shoots energy. I just love the artwork. It's just phenomenal. And it says here it holds 12 space figures up to 4 1/4 inches, including Star Wars, Shogun Warriors, and Metalmen. So they couldn't say action figures. They said space figures, which I love. And it's basic, it just opens up and you have 12. It's kind of beat up. I've had this for a long time. But I actually use this to store my vintage collection figures after I open them. But yeah, 12 slots, and it's a really great, I love this carry case, and I love the artwork. It brings back nice memories. So let's take a look at the second one, from the same corporation, the Tara Corporation, and this is a space case, and this one holds 24 space figures. And this was their way to compete with the Kenner version that I'm going to do a review about in a minute. But this one holds 24 figures, whereas the first one held 12. This one holds 24. This one is kind of neat. I use this, as I said before, it's the same thing for my vintage collection action figures, the loose ones. So as you can see, it has some weird trays. These are kind of sucky sometimes because these aren't wide enough for some figures. These are fine. And then you have this one here, which is like the other one, which is perfect. Like the figures fit perfectly in this one. But yeah, this is a really cool one too. But yeah, this was made to hold 24, and it's not a bad case. I will say the artwork is not nearly as good as the other one. It just looks like Shogun Warriors. Nothing really specific. It's pretty boring actually. You got some of the same looking starfighters, and you have a Death Star, a satellite. Yeah, it's pretty cool, but not nearly as cool as the last one. But now I'm going to talk about the real thing, the Kenner one that came out in 1978 or 79. I love this artwork. It's beautiful. I created a action figure version for this channel where I replaced all the images here with action figures posed to look like the exact image. It came out really good. Kevin McVeigh, who's a phenomenal graphic designer. He did all the hard, heavy lifting. I just took all the photos, but I love it. So Kenner came out with this case in 1978/79. The original Star Wars case came in two variations. The first one had the Kenner logo in the corner. This is an American version. If you see the Kenner logo, you know it's an American version. And the second one was a Canadian version. It had text here on the bottom in French and English, and it also had a number in the corner instead of Kenner. It said the number was 39190. There were also variations on the inserts, so I'm going to take a look at this. I'm going to unsnap it, and then I'm going to pull out the insert. So this insert is a common insert. As you can see, it has all the original action figures, even Boba Fett, which was a mail away, and then became a Carter figure in 79. And this is the original 12 on the other side. I love it. But what was cool, there's a variation on one of these inserts, which I don't have. I wish I did. It's actually got a Boba Fett action figure, but it's not this one. It's the prototype, and it barely fits into the compartment, which I find interesting. But that one goes for a little bit more money. And, of course, it has the Star Wars proof of purchase that you can cut out and send away for stuff. But, yeah, this is part of the case. And also, inside the case, I still have some of these left. As you can see, you could create where you wanted to put your action figures in what slot or what compartment. And it had really cool stickers. As you can see, these have been used, most of them. And then you put them on the inside compartments, and then you could store your figures there. So if you could take a look at this, some of them have fallen off due to age. But as you could see, Chewbacca went here, Luke, Boba Fett, Stormtrooper, Luke, etc. So, yeah, these were really cool. And what's cool about these things also, on the back side, they had these pegs. So if you wanted to display your action figures, you could set this up and display your action figures and put the feet in the pegs, and they would stand. And you won't have to worry about them getting knocked over. So, yeah, this is a really great collector's case to carry and hold your stuff. And then also when you bought it, on the back here, it came with a sticker. And the sticker was like an advertisement, shows you about this. It also came with, aside from the insert and these stickers, it came with a catalog that showed the Star Wars action figure stuff that was for sale. So, yeah, this is my favorite action figure collector case. I like them all. I like the other versions. And when we get into The Empire Strikes Back, I'll do an episode on that one, because that one's got 3 cases for it. So that's it. That's it for today. This is the episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and come back, and I'll definitely have more episodes in the future. Thank you.